Okay. Now I gotta sit and formulate a plan because I didn't know all this. So first things first is first things first is buying bits. So in order to buy bits, they need credits. So now it makes sense why so many of them grind and are multiple characters. Yeah, a lot of them grind and are multiple characters, so they can get a lot of credits. And like I said, the credits left over they take and sell that for money and everything. That money is how they put food. For some people, that money is how they put food on the table. A few, it's learned. They actually, some of these people who are doing this actually didn't know that it's a permanently bannable offense. So I know y'all don't want to hear it, but you gotta give them like somewhat of a benefit of the doubt. Again, it does not justify the real money trading because it is a permanently bannable offense, and if you try to tell it to the staff, they're not gonna budge. They're gonna be like, yeah, okay. They're gonna be like, yeah, okay, but it's still a permanently bannable offense, so we can't help you there. They're gonna basically tell the people, I get it, I understand, I empathize with you, but this is a you thing. I know they don't wanna hear it, but there. And then the way how they kept acting towards others and everything, they're really not gonna help. So they really fucked up a lot of chances for other people to help. So is luckily to them, despite everything, at least I understand. Like I said, I just wish I was told sooner. So first things first is buying bits. And another thing is getting them to stop reselling the bits. They need to stop reselling the bits because here's the thing. Because there are ways to do this without having to really. Of course, there's ways. Yeah, of course, there's ways. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box. Of course, there's other ways than resolving to this. Like, the fuck? You gotta think outside the box. For example, the reselling of bits, because I know some of them resell bits. That's the thing. They're heavy on reselling. The reselling's got to stop. Because there's another way around this. There's another way around this than reselling everything. The reselling bits, especially reselling the bits, gotta stop. That's gotta stop. Because they need that to build the characters. Now I actually understand why a lot of them were selling their plus 30s and so forth and everything. Now I understand why they were doing that. Because they were trying to gather money. They were trying to gather credits to sell for money. Now I understand it. No, like I'm today years old finding out why they were doing all this. And I know like I said, I know a lot of people gonna be like, gee, they're bullshitting you. No. Actually, no, I actually believe it. Because if y'all look at Market Channel, y'all know the people who are from Indonesia and everything. If y'all look at what they sell, you notice they're selling a lot of plus 30s and so forth. For the longest time, I literally warned everyone, said, be careful about buying plus 30s and so forth and everything, because they got it for such and such and everything. It lines up with everything that we've learned. No, like, it literally lines up with everything that we all have learned thus far. I know y'all guys, I know a lot of y'all can't forgive them for being toxic and being mean and being uncomfortable to be around. I get that part. But now, I'm just glad that now I finally understand. But yeah, the reselling the bits definitely gotta stop, because when they do that, it makes people lose. When they do that, it makes people lose trust and not want to continue business with them, and then they're left being upset. So the reselling of bits and stuff gotta stop. Grinding, because this is at the end of the day, this is a MMORPG. Now I know that in order for them to be able to stand on their own, they need help building. So they need carries. But here's the issue. They've been so toxic with everyone that nobody wants to carry them. But they need carries so that they can be able to stand on their own. The more characters they have, the more income they have. The more income they have, the more they're able to afford the things they want to afford and build. They have to be willing to build multiple characters so that they can farm. Here's another thing that we all gotta consider. The incoming changes when it comes to distribution of mallet crystals and so forth. So what are we gonna do then? I caught somebody trying to resell a Teardrops Waltz C for Irie. I actually messaged them and let them know that I see that they're reselling the costume that they bought for me for Irie for $250 mil. So I've lately been giving him info, because I can tell this man he clueless. He don't know what he doing. So some advice would really help him. I told him to grind now. I'm going to tell this to everyone, not just them, you guys too. Grind now while y'all can. While y'all have the ability to be able to grind on multiple characters before that gets limited. And we're not sure if the staff is going to be able to override that. So just in case, guys, grind now while you can. Like I said in one of my recent videos, get your rare 4 out of 4s while you can. Get your unique 4 out of 4s while you can. Grind on characters and rack up credits while you can. If you choose to still spend money and everything, that's fine and everything. But now, while you can, while you guys actually have flexible income, aka building characters and grinding on said characters, if y'all want a time to grind, now is the time to grind. Just grinding for credits and grinding for material, because it's a possibility. I'm saying this because we saw the rewards for the integrated dungeons. Let's grind the material just in case they actually follow through with those dog water shit ass awards. So if y'all want a good time to start grinding, now is the time to grind. Now is the time to grind. And if I were y'all, I would pass this around so everybody can know. Now is the time to grind. If y'all want a chance to build characters and everything, now be the time. I'm talking about, you don't have to, well, some of you guys are going to struggle with finding carries. Some of you are going to try to skip them out of hell. My advice to you guys would be spamming Flame Wave, and grinding the Flame Wave solo entry dungeons for Flame Wave reports. Take those reports and make Flame Wave gear. You guys gotta be able to build yourself up so you guys can solo. You guys can't keep asking for carries. I've noticed that a lot of y'all have been in global chat asking for carries. Not everyone can carry you all the time. And I know it sucks being stuck on a dungeon when no one wants to help. So you guys have to be able to build yourself up so you guys can do it on your own. You guys have to be able to solo. I know y'all hate it. I know y'all want to groan and moan and complain about it. But you have to be able to solo dungeons. Y'all must be able to solo dungeons. Because not everyone can come to your rescue. That's why I kept saying it for the longest time. And y'all kept ignoring me. Y'all kept laughing at me and everything. Now that she counts. Build yourself up so that you can be able to solo. Take your time now. We've been saying this for the longest time, but y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all kept discouraging each other to skip gear. Y'all kept making people quit and everything because they couldn't complete stuff. Not everyone's going to be able to carry you guys. You guys have to be able to learn how to solo. You guys got to start learning mechanics. Y'all can't keep relying on carries forever. We've all said this to you guys over and over and over and over again like a broken machine. Now it actually counts. You guys gotta be able to build characters so that y'all can be able to grind on them. They gotta be able to stand on your 2 feet. Because now y'all know not everyone's gonna come to your rescue. I get it, y'all upset, I get it, y'all wanna kill each other and everything, but please, for once, for fuck's sake, listen. Listen, for once. Literally, for once, listen. Because now it actually counts. You guys need to listen for once. I'm not scolding anything. For once, if I were y'all, I would listen. There's a reason why these past few months, aside from being mad about all the resell and everything, I was helping my guild build their characters so that they can stand on their own. Aside from everything that was going down. Now, I'm encouraging the same thing, but for a different reason. That reason being so that you guys can grind while you can. Now this update, what they're gonna do and everything, because we don't know if the staff is gonna make custom rewards or custom adjustments or not. So just in case that they can't, you guys should be building characters that you guys can actually solo with and even do stuff like PG's Night Maze, PG 63 or whatever, 70, whatever it's called, or doing Flame Wave even. On easy mode. You don't have to do it on hard mode. If you're just grinding for Malik diamonds, just do Flame Wave on easy mode. You don't have to do hard mode. There's a reason why there's an easy mode and a hard mode. There's a reason why both modes give the same amount of Malik diamonds. Just in case you just want to grind and stuff and, you know. So at the very least, you guys want to build characters that are strong enough to be able to comfortably clear Flame Wave easy mode. And I get that some of y'all be dropping reds too and sell them and so forth. That's another way. That's cool. There are multiple ways to grind. There are multiple ways to gain credits. Aside from, you know, literally buying it off of someone for real money and so forth. I know y'all don't want to. I know y'all want quick cash. I get it. But, like, my advice would be y'all saving y'all money so that y'all can actually use it for, like, saying, putting food on the table or whatever. Y'all could, this whole time, if y'all told us, y'all actually could have been saving. No, straight up. Y'all actually could have been saving. But I get it, it's hard, but I get it, it's gonna be hard for y'all to squash this habit. So, I'm just gonna give y'all some options. I know y'all, a lot of y'all not gonna take what I said seriously, but I'm just gonna give some options. So, while y'all guys still can freely grind as many characters as I want, I will take this sign out. We have several months before this update hits. Several months. So y'all have several months to be able to grind and do whatever. If I were y'all, I would take this opportunity now. Building characters, not just for spite, but to help yourselves with comfortable credits rolling in. That's a better way to put it. With comfortable credits rolling in. And this is exactly what I told the person. Exactly what I told. And the person is someone from Astro too. Okay then. This person was from Astro too. And he was listening to his friend and everything. His friend forgot to mention that now is actually a good time to grind and stuff. Like using the characters and everything. Like even if you don't want to consider them as a man or whatever, if you're someone who is struggling with trying to find a main and y'all had a character and everything, don't throw that character away. Just keep that character as a grinding all. Take that character that you consider as a thank you.
The cake in there.
Oh, thank you.
Your slice of cake.
Thank you. Guys, hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oop, I hit the thingy. Okay. But like I was saying, don't just take the character and throw it away and whatever. I mean, if you guys want to sell the costumes, you can. But keep the character as a grinding alt. Instead of thinking of the character as, like, say... actually, let me put it this way. Think of when you're playing the character, think of the character as a way to get more credits, so that you can take those credits and spend it on something more useful, rather than just throwing them away. You guys can sell the costumes, sure, but keep the gear so that you guys can still be able to grind on said character, if it makes sense. Got that part away. Now comes. So got that part away. Now comes the costumes part, because they do resell costumes. For example, Rui, we've been talking about for a while. Rui and Edson Edson, the Chelsea man, he bought a HO1 5 out of 5 for 30 bill, and when the prices were for HON accessories were 4 to 5 bill, he bumped it up to 6 bill per piece. Then Rui Self didn't make it any better, being stupid, and then he resold that HON 4 out of 4, and then it went from being 6 bill each to 7 bill each, and then now we got people trying to sell high on the board now for 8 to 9 bill each. So now comes them needing to stop reselling stuff like that, especially bits, because that makes it when what they don't know. See, what they don't know is that them doing that makes us lose trust in wanting to help. Makes us lose trust in them. It makes us not want to help them. It makes us thinking them even more as toxic, even though some of them who actually have been reselling actually do it for the reasons that I said, but some of them also do it for like greed and stuff. See, that's the thing. That's why I'm talking. It ties back to when I was talking with Phelim earlier, and I said, because of everything that they've done so far, including being toxic and rude and stuff, now they've pretty much fucked up a lot of their chances for somebody to actually help them. Whereas me, I understand, but everybody else around me is not going to care, because they've done so much stuff that now they're not going to help. So now what then? What to do? What do we do now? But some of them gonna listen and be like, oh shit, I fucked up, what do I do now? Some of them not gonna care and laugh it off and still do the same thing. So this is 50-50, but I still want to put the information out there, just in case they want another option and something to try. And everyone's laughing now, but I'd rather give them another option than them having no option. So now comes the ceasing of reselling bits and costumes and unique accessories and everything, because a lot of them have been reselling the unique accessories and stuff, and then how we feel about it, we feel betrayed, and we feel like we don't want to trust them, and we're more inclined to blacklist them and warn others not to sell to them and everything. That's gotta cease, because all that reselling and everything gotta cease. If they really want someone to help them, all that's gotta cease. This also not only requires unity, this also requires trust. It also requires trust, because both sides have to be able to trust each other to look after each other. Like, think of it like a friend that doesn't have a job, but they need money in order to pay bills and whatever. And the other side, or other people who have money and actually could help them pay bills so they can have a place to stay. This is exactly like that, if it makes more sense now. This requires not only unity and both sides working together, it also requires trust. They have to be able to trust us. They have to be able to trust us that we will help them, so that they can know, hey, I can actually stop willy-nilly trading. Hey, I can actually stop like reselling, because I know somebody will actually help me. One issue though, it's not going to happen so soon. And the reason why it's not going to happen so soon is because everybody have already drawn their lines in the sand. Everybody have already made up their mind on things. We're so deep down this rabbit hole that nobody can get out, or no one's willing to turn a new leaf now. Worst part of it all is that I found this out when it's too late. It is literally too late now. And I can try to help on my end, but everyone else, it's too late. it will be a miracle before any of them think like, okay, now I know this, now I'll help too, just like she is. It's too late. So pretty sure it's gonna be a few of us. Pretty sure it's gonna be a few of us understanding and then seeing what we can do. But everyone else is not going to care. That's why you treat, and this is exactly why you treat people the way you want to be treated. See? This is why you treat people the way you want to be treated. There's a reason why our parents taught us to treat people with kindness and everything. See? Damn. That ain't gonna help y'all. This is exactly why you treat people the way you want to be treated. Fuck. Good God. Oh well. What the fuck? Jeez. Well, let's see who actually follows this, because if anyone actually do follow this, whether they want to believe it or not, things will actually go a lot smoother. The economy will actually stabilize. If anybody was and is actually willing to listen to what I'm saying and try it, the economy just might actually stabilize. But it requires both sides working together and trusting each other that they will be able to help each other, instead of being fake and actually using other people. Because if you're just gonna be fake and just use other people, this is gonna fuck up this shit up even more. So it's like both sides gotta be willing to turn over a new leaf, but that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. But if both sides actually do try this, we might actually be able to stabilize the economy. If both sides are willing to actually try this, like I'm saying, if both sides are actually willing to try this, we just might actually have found a solution to stabilize the economy for literally everyone. But considering how some of these people are on the server and how fake they can be, it ain't gonna happen. But I'll just throw this out there anyways, because there's an answer. Y'all want an answer on how we gonna fix this? There's an answer. We finally found a fucking answer. Yep. There's the answer. Right there. Y'all wanna try it? Cool. Good. We might be able to stabilize it. Y'all wanna try it? Well, okay. But there's your answer though. Y'all welcome.